Morning. Today is the recovery summit at New Harvest. I've got a table there, and mine comes at it more from the ministry of reconciliation, of reconciling us back to God and understanding what our identity is. In 2 Corinthians 5, it talks about the ministry of reconciliation as far as for Christ's love compels us. When we truly understand the love of God in our lives, right, we understand what our identity is, right? We stop going towards those idols that we used to run to because we don't understand who we truly are. Because of the fall, we are cut off from that love source, the love of God, right? So we come into the world needing love and acceptance because we were cut off from what we were truly created for. We were created to love God and love each other. How much love do you see out there? Look at the politics. Look at all that garbage that's out there. But if you truly understand who you are, you're able to love people unconditionally rather than conditionally. But it's first rooting yourself in the love of God. It's first understanding what your identity is as a child of God rather than trying to behave in a certain way in order to conform to a certain pattern of living. So often in my life, when I was trying to get sober, I was trying to break patterns of addiction and bad habits in my life, I was focusing only on the external. I was focusing on trying not to do certain behaviors because I knew they were bad, they were immoral, they were, right? So I would have success for a while because of my will, because of the strength of my own will. But there'd be times where my heart was still the same. It was still centered in self. Until we get to that point of submitting our will to God and getting back to that love source and understanding that we are truly loved and accepted by God. And that's who we are. We're children of God. We're adopted children of God. We are loved and accepted by Him. And that's where our identity flows from. That sets you free. We can't perform our way into that freedom. We just have to accept the love of God, understand who we are, and then live that out, and boy, that is freedom, and that's the beauty of, instead of it just being about you becoming sober, because there's a lot of people out there that are they're sober, but they're still miserable. They're the same guy or the same woman, but they're in bondage to something else. It's about you becoming free of you. It's the person who lays down his life that'll find it, that self-will, because we come into the world rooted in self, and we have the ability at any time, the ministry of reconciliation. It's for the love of Christ compels us that one has died for all, therefore all have died. I no longer live for myself, but I live for Him who died for me and was raised. That's freedom. That's beauty. That's the ministry of reconciliation. So when we get people to understand who they truly are, that's when they can be set free. It's not about the exterior. It's not about behavioral modification. It's about our hearts being transformed and understanding who we truly are and what we're meant for and seeing our value. The cross isn't just saying I'm dying for your sins. It's much more than that. He's trying to reconcile us or restore us back to what our original value is before the fall. Anyway, that's for another day. God bless y'all. See ya.